As educationists, we send messages to the future. We train our next generation of health profession students to be the best they can to treat and serve our population. We want them to be competent, but also we want them to be compassionate. We work in a humane discipline. We want to best prepare our students for some of the realities of the real working world. Ultimately, our students learn in many different ways, but one is by experience, is by doing. And of course, our students can learn in their working environments, but often they may not get the opportunity to learn about certain conditions, particularly high acuity or emergency conditions. So in my domain, simulation-based education, we design, we craft really important and unique learning experiences that gives our students a moment to experience, to reflect and improve and transform their abilities to be the best practitioners in the future that lies ahead of them.
We're really lucky here at Queen's. We've got the InterSim Centre, which is really a world-class centre in terms of the facilities that we have and the equipment that we have there. So what we're able to do is really make the students feel as if they're on the wards and they're with real patients. It's just so immersive, and you can see when the students are in the middle of the scenario, they feel as if they are in real life and really in a clinical scenario. One of the other features that we've got in the InterSim Centre is the simulation cave. It's a 360 view right round, and we can project videos up on the walls. The students actually feel as if they're on the ward. We have videos there of real patients with permission having seizures, so they can actually see what that looks like. We can recreate the sounds and smells of the ward as well, which can be quite evocative. It's really as close as you could possibly get to doing that scenario without actually being in the scenario itself. But obviously you've got the safety that the students can make mistakes. Once they've made those mistakes, debrief it and run the exact same scenario again, and with the learning in place. So it's just such a fantastic resource for our students.
Preparation for clinical practice is important because it allows the student within the simulation environment to feel safe, and it also helps them to get confidence. When they've gone through a simulation event, many of them will tell us that while it was challenging, they felt more confident afterwards. One of the major challenges in any critical care event is they all have the knowledge and understanding of what to do, but sometimes they're unfamiliar with the equipment. And I always use this scenario where if you play with the equipment, you become familiar with it, and once you're familiar with it, then it becomes less of a challenge. And in critical care, using equipment and being familiar with equipment is key to keeping the patient safe.
I see students evolving and changing and transforming during the debriefing conversation for the home visit. The simulated patient has had a fall and suffers from pain in their hip. So a lot of our conversation in that scenario talks about the experience of that patient, the context of their injury. So through those conversations you can see, I suppose, light bulb moments sometimes with students where they realise the cost, not just the financial cost, but the personal cost to people when they follow a single best answer route. We constantly evolve year on year based on feedback from the students, and also based on feedback from our academic foundation programme doctors, so foundation doctors who've been through our course, who come back and help us with teaching and research on the course.
Every single scenario that I've faced in the Acute Care course, I've seen in practice now in my foundation training. Whenever you do them in the Acute Care course, you walk through the steps, you feel like you're doing it in real life, and then whenever you face it in practice, you kind of have that sense that you've dealt with this before, so you can pull back from that practice into real life.
The emergency simulations that we've went through have definitely improved my confidence and my preparedness for clinical placements and work in the future. It's always much better to practice a situation and go through it methodically in a safe environment where there's experts on hand that can point you in the right direction if you get stuck, or give you feedback as you go along. Just to ensure that when you actually handle a situation like that in real life, you're confident and you know what steps to take next.